Hey traders, John Howell here. Hello everyone. So the market, why is the market down today for today? Why is the market starting to pull back? Why is the market starting to drop? Man, no one could have seen this coming. Let's get straight into it. Don't place a trade based on what you're seeing in this video because there is no guarantees of making a profit in the market. It takes you a long time to become a good trader. So this video here is just to educate you to become a much better trader. Alrighty traders, see that trading course on the screen right now? I'm giving away free, it's actually a trading course that I used to sell for $495. But I'm giving away for free membership access. That very first link in the description there, guys, click on that and you can get free membership access. Actually, the very first video you get when you actually register for the membership, the very first video I'm going to give you is all the details to my #1 trading system and trading pattern that I use that I look for every day when I'm actually trading. So that's the very first video you're actually going to get. So go get access to that, guys. First link in the description there. So the thing what I'm noticing right now when it comes to the good old stocky market, right? The good old stock market is we're starting to see now the bit of a pullback happening, right? We're starting to see that. And for the last maybe week, I'm like, yeah, I don't know exactly when the high is going to be, okay? I'm not going to say this is the exact high. I don't know. I didn't know when that was going to happen. But what I was saying, guys, was that is something I was talking about with my with my live trading room today, because and with my private clients today, I was talking to them about it. I was talking to them about when we're trading the markets, right? It's one thing to say, okay, this is what I'm looking for in a good setup. Again, guys, first link in the description there. Click on that. Go register. When the very first video I'm going to give you is like a 25 to 30 minute video walking you through all the details and steps to my #1 trading system, plus also the 3 secrets to generating income, so on and so forth. Okay. But one thing I was saying to my private clients today is, and I was talking about what's happening in the markets, is that trading is about 2 different things, right? Trading is all about knowing what to look for. What does the chart look like? The actual setup look like that goes into a good setup. Okay. And then secondly, anticipating what's likely to come. That way we're not caught off guard, right? We can see where the puck's going, so to speak. Makes sense? So the whole thing about that, right? It's like a baseball player. Okay. So the baseball player, the guy who's got the bat, he's watching the ball come to him, right? And he's anticipating where's the ball going to land so I can hit it at the exact right time, right? So when I'm trading, I'm doing 2 different things. One, I'm looking for my pattern that I know that I'm comfortable trading with, okay? Because that's what trading is all about, is pattern recognition. But secondly, is I'm utilizing it. In that trading course, guys, I think it's video number 3. I talk about a thing called price and time techniques. I won't get into too much details here because I really go into details in the course. But when we're utilizing price and time techniques, all that simply means is that where are we in the move? Are we overextended? Are we overbought? Or are we oversold? And if so, what does it actually mean to the market? So when I'm actually looking at the markets here, I knew that we were overbought. And one of the indicators that I use is obviously price and time techniques. Simply means that when the market goes up quite a fair bit without any pullback, the market is due for what? Some form of a pullback, right? Some form of, maybe even a sideways movement for that matter. But the more vertical this market goes, the more of a strong pullback we're likely to see, right? And you guys know I've been talking about that from there. So the anticipation of just understanding that will stop you and stop most people getting into what? Trying to buy it up here, right? So you're trying to buy something here where it's possibly at its last legs. And I always like to use it from a percentage point of view. So the percentage point of view simply means that if we know the market does this, right? Goes up and we get pullback, goes up, get pullback and goes up. So we know that, right? So, but when I'm looking at this here, if I say this is 0, as in like the start of that up move, and this is 100, simply means we're at the end of the move now and we're probably going to see a pullback through here, right? Before we see another leg up and then a pullback, and right, that's how markets work. You see here, right? Up, down, up, down, up, 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 up. Guess what's coming, right? Down, down, down. So you can see here that I didn't know exactly where this was in the 0 to 100, but I was really confident that now we're starting to get into the 80% mark plus this bit right here. Okay, so I didn't know exactly when the top's going to be in, even though I didn't know that the top may not be in right now of the top of this move before we just see another pullback before we get to go again. Makes sense? So whenever I'm trading the markets, I'm always looking at of saying, okay, are we overextended? And one of the simple things that I use, just looking at the markets, is how far away are we from the moving average? Right, you can see I use a 52 moving average, and we know that when we start to get too above it, it's overbought. And when we get too far below it, guess what? We're oversold. And so therefore, look where we are right now, right? We are a maximum distance away now from being oversold on this particular leg to the upside. And so therefore, we know that we can actually expect some form of pullback. Now, there's two different things that I'm noticing here when it comes to the actual Nasdaq. And again, we're getting a lot of the tech stocks selling off now. But especially on the Nasdaq, is look what's happening here. We actually had a channel. See this channel here? All right, pretty sure you can see it, right? There's a support level, and then we had the resistance through here. Notice what's happening now. Now we're actually getting we actually got a break out of the channel, but it's failing, right? So this is some sort of a false breakout of the channel. And so therefore, there's a good high probability we're going to get back into the channel. And if that happens, there's a real high probability we're going to run to the bottom of the channel. Okay, so that's how different false breakouts or different false breakout moves tend to happen, right? Break in, break out, so on and so forth. Make sense? So that's what I'm seeing through there when it comes to the markets, and we're potentially having this completely last blow off move before we start to see this pullback. Now again, guys, all I'm asking for, or all I'm looking for, is just a nice healthy pullback in the markets to continue this movement, going on. Right? So if we have a look at this here, right, it's up, it's down, it's up, then we're probably going to get a down move from there. Makes sense? So that's what I'm looking at there from the actual tech sector point of view. If we look at things like, say, Adobe, right? Look what's happened with Adobe. Adobe's down now, 10% from that. Look what happened with Tesla today, right? This is Tesla, right? Look what happened with Tesla today. Very big, strong down candle today, right? This is now a very high probability we're at the point of this resistance here. And now we're failing. And so once again, traders, right? I never knew through this whole week of up move, I never knew exactly when the top's going to be in. But it's very, very it's not a good move. If this is the start of the move, and just say this is the exact high before we get the pullback, before maybe we get another run again, right? If we remember, this is 0 down here, this is 0, and this is 100, right? You never know exactly where 100 is going to be, right? Where that's the point there. But I was very confident we're getting into the 80% range plus. And so we're trying to eke out that very last bit there. Just wait for a nice good pullback and then wait for it to go again. Make sense? And that's all we're getting right now. And so we're probably going to expect, especially even on Tesla, right? Tesla is probably going to Tesla, guys, right? On Tesla, we're probably likely to experience just some nice, healthy. Let's go to this one here, right? Nice, healthy pullback, probably even down to a minimum of 230 on Tesla. Maybe even down towards this 50% level, which is around that 210 level, right? So we can actually see what's going on there when it comes to Tesla, and when it comes to these and all these other tech stocks, guys, that are really starting to get some good solid movement. And I believe the pullback has just got started, and that's why, guys, my videos for the last week have been more about alerting you to what's coming, not to what's going to happen that day, right? It's like, here we go. We're gonna start to see that pullback, and right now people are starting to freak out because, again, just understanding how simple analysis works. Again, guys, that first thing in the description there, guys, click on that. Get free access to that trading course, because I promise you, by the time you finish the whole trading course and that bonus first video, you'll understand exactly what goes into a good trading system. But then you'll start to understand the markets a lot more on how the fundamentals of how they work, so you won't be getting caught buying Tesla at 270 when it's already made a big move, right? It's just fun. It's fundamental laws of how these markets work, and we can start to see that from there, right? And even things like Microsoft as well too, right? Microsoft, big double top. I talked about this video. I did a video, I think it was yesterday or the day before, about a big double top in place. Same with Microsoft as well too, right? Look at this here. We've had a last little hooray. Now we're pulling back. If we do continue down, which this is probably going to be, right? Look at that there. Last little hooray, guys. Last little complete end of trend, false breakout. End of trend, false breakout, overbought equals big drop to come. Hey traders, I want to give you free access to my Mastering the Markets trading course. If you go to johnsfreegift.com, here's what you're going to learn in there. You're going to learn the #1 chart reading and trading technique that's been working since the 1950s. You're going to learn the trading boundaries technique that shows you the best and worst time to place a trade. You're going to learn also about price and time phases, so you can understand what's going on right now and also what's to come as well too. My #1 powerful short-term income trading system that gets a 90% success rate, the most powerful trading techniques on the planet, the biggest trading mistakes that's stopping you from making an income. You're going to learn all about the super trader formula, plus the 3 secrets to making a full-time income from trading. So this is what I want you to do right now. Go to johnsfreegift.com. Go there right now. Get free access to this trading course. Go get the help. It's 100% free. Go there right now. Go to johnsfreegift.com right now.